Last year, Apple sold a clear case with a white rectangle covering most of the back. On a clear case, the internet was not impressed. Today, leaks suggest Apple is reversing that decision, and that's not even the most interesting thing that just dropped. Four colors for the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max have now been confirmed, not through renders or color codes, but through actual physical camera components surfacing online. That's a level of confirmation that's hard to dismiss. The four shades: silver, dark gray, cloud blue, and dark cherry. Dark cherry is the headline, described as a blend of burgundy, deep purple, and coffee with a titanium finish. Not a bright red, not a bold statement color, something more refined, more expensive feeling. A deliberate correction after last year's polarizing cosmic orange. Cloud blue is being compared to the beloved Sierra blue from the iPhone 13 Pro era, slightly more saturated than last year's mist blue. Expect this one to move a lot of units. Dark gray is essentially black. Silver is silver. Both safe, both popular. One important caveat: these colors are still in development. Apple has canceled planned colors before. 4 confirmed in testing doesn't guarantee 4 at launch. Now the case situation, and this is genuinely worth paying attention to. Leaked images of third-party iPhone 18 Pro cases show a return to the classic horseshoe ring MagSafe design, open in the middle with the phone's back actually visible, the way clear cases have always worked until last year. These are third-party manufacturers. They base their tooling decisions on real supply chain intelligence. Getting it wrong costs real money. If they're going back to the ring design, they have a strong reason to believe Apple is too. A small fix, but fixing an obvious mistake is exactly what Apple does best. Most leaks point toward a 35% smaller dynamic island on the iPhone 18 Pro, achieved by moving Face ID components under the display. More screen space, better live activity visibility, a genuine quality of life improvement. But one supply chain source says Apple is still testing 2 options: smaller island with under-display Face ID, or reusing last year's screen mold entirely. This decision is still a coin flip, and it matters because if Apple goes with last year's design, the headline upgrades become colors and cameras alone. Here's the upgrade nobody is talking about enough. Apple is reportedly bringing variable aperture to the iPhone 18 Pro's main camera. Right now, every iPhone has a fixed lens opening, same width in bright light, same width in darkness. Software handles everything else. Variable aperture means the lens physically adjusts, wider in low light to capture more detail, tighter in bright conditions for sharper control. Professional cameras have offered this for decades. Android phones are starting to experiment with it. Apple has never done it. The main sensor is also reportedly getting larger, meaning more light captured before the aperture advantage even kicks in. Together, this could be the biggest iPhone camera leap in several years. Not the colors, not the case design. This camera is the reason to consider upgrading. Quick hits on what else is confirmed or heavily rumored. A20 Pro chip on TSMC's 2nm process, roughly 15% faster than the A19 Pro, with meaningfully better efficiency translating directly into longer battery life. Design stays largely familiar, same 6.3 and 6.9-inch display sizes with a marginally larger footprint. Your iPhone 17 Pro cases won't fit. Titanium frame returns, and the two-tone color difference between glass and frame on the 17 Pro reportedly gone, replaced with a more seamless, unified finish. Honest verdict: if you're on an iPhone 16 Pro or older, this is shaping up to be a meaningful upgrade across the board. Variable aperture camera, A20 Pro chip, new colors, and potentially a smaller dynamic island. If you're on the 17 Pro, the camera improvement is real, but probably not enough on its own. Watch what Apple decides on the dynamic island. That one decision changes everything. And if you bought last year's clear case and stared at that white rectangle in quiet disbelief, Apple may have finally heard you. Which color are you going with? Dark cherry, cloud blue, or are you the dark gray person who just wants black but won't say it? Drop it in the comments and subscribe. 4 months until September and more leaks are coming.